Well, two lures I didn't quite catch on the recording, which I tried, and that's 9cm spiky shad and the 12cm Zander Pro. I'd love to catch a Zander, and now I've got a lure with Zander on, I'm halfway there. But yeah, so I carry them on me, but they're not on the film. Right, I'm going to start off by going through a couple of surface lures I carry with me. Surface lure fishing is my favourite type of lure fishing. The takes you get are amazing. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Heddon Wee Demon. It's a soft, hollow body, and it has two turned up side hooks that's protected by the body, so it doesn't get snagged up if you pull it through the weed. As a pike bites down on it, it exposes the hooks, and that's how they hook it up. It's got a weight on the back, and these cast like a bullet. You can cast really far and accurate with them, and they have like a walk the dog motion. Fantastic lure. The second surface lure, if it's in castable range, I always opt to go for the snag proof mouse. Reason being, it's smaller than the Wee Demon, and I think the pike can get in the mouth better. But with both of these lures, because the hooks are up and protected by the body, your hook rate can be quite poor. So therefore I opt for this one. Now this was supposed to have a walk the dog motion, but as you can see it's got quite some severe teeth marks in. But then that gives it an extra little action, and it tends to dig into the water a little bit and can go subsurface a little bit, and that, you know, helps quite a bit as well. It's the same principle as the frogs you get with the upturned hook, but again the takes you get on these are phenomenal. A real good lure, the snag proof mouse. You can't go anywhere without the good old trusty on-deck spinner, and I like the size 5 version. All it does is just pushes through the water and that rotates round. A lot of takes are you hook them because of just the hook at the back. You don't have many missed takes, well I don't anyway. I've had pike, perch and chub on these. Brilliant for a beginner, simple to use, been around for ages, and they'll still be catching in 10 years to come. Right, next is a 14cm wounded roach replicant. I've only just started using these, and the tail action is brilliant. For the canal it swings at a real nice depth. It's not touching the bottom, but it's close. And again, easy to use, just bring it in, straight retrieve, pause it. Very impressed with them. Well, next I have is a Barkley Blade Dancer. These got quite a wide action as well, and even on a drop they're moving and wiggling, and they will land on the bottom and stand up like that, and you can just bounce them along the bottom or straight retrieve. Quite a good lure, and the way they swim with the hook as well, you can, if you've got reeds, they'll go through the reeds quite easily. Quite a nice little lure, and that's the Blade Dancer. Well, the next lure I'm going to talk about, I've recently purchased, and it's based off my mate Adrian was catching a lot of fish on the real eel. The hard eel Orange Ambience, this one, and I think it is probably because of the action of the tail. But these can be about £15 or something, so they can be quite deer. So what I saw was the Fox Pro Grub. Now the tail is quite similar and gives a good action, and these are like half the price. This is the 15cm version. They don't come rigged up. You have to rig them up yourself. And at the moment I've got this jig head in, but I don't particularly like the size of this hook. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that out, and then I'm going to use the weighted screw head, put that in there, and then when I get the right size trebles, I'm going to rig up a detachable treble for the base. I don't know, you tell me, would that have been, would you be happy fishing with one like that? I originally went with an upturn one because it'd be more weedless, which I like. With a hook on the bottom, you might catch more weed, but I'm not sure. To me that looks quite a bit severe. The jig flies. As you've seen in my previous videos, I'm a massive fan of these, and I've got quite a few more coming. The action's been great, the takes have been phenomenal, the pike just swallow them. But I seem to do better on these on the river than the canal. On the canal I get a lot of follows, but I don't seem to be taking them that well. Whereas on the river, they're just swallowing them. Two main sizes I'm using is the 20cm, which is this one, and 27cm, which is this one. And as you'll see on the underwater shots, they like pulsate in the water and they go up and down. And I do it by just pulling the rod tip. I'm just trying to think what flymen would do with the pulls of the line. So I'm just putting the rod tip, reeling in the slack, pulling again, and that's how I'm using them. My favourite lures at the moment by far is these. Well, when I decided I wanted to get Abby into pike fishing, I was looking for a lure which was easy to use, that we could just cast in and she could just retrieve and it'd have a good action. So I looked around, and what I came across was the chatterbait from Z-Man. This is one I had to order. There's several different types. This is the original one, and that's how they come. You've got this blade on the front, and that goes from side to side and causes loads of vibration. The vibration it puts through onto your rod's amazing. And then you've got a big hook at the back, and the best thing to do with a hook is add some kind of trailer on, such as a spiker shad. This is the Fox Rage bladed jig, and I've got several of them. I've got that one and one like that and another one, and these have caught me loads of pike on the canal. Where they follow and investigate the fly, this is a lot quicker, and they seem to snap at these instead of following them. So maybe when I'm using the flies on the canal, I need to do them a bit quicker so they don't have time to follow them. But these have been brilliant. It's so easy to use, and the fish have been nailing them. So, and I've got a Savage Gear to do one, chatterbait. So that's one, and they're more or less the same. If you get one, some people get confused on how you attach it. You attach it from the bottom of the blade. If you look there, there's like a little clip. And you attach it from the small end from the bottom. So as you can see in the underwater video, that stands up and goes from side to side, and then you've got the added bonus of this tail going as well. Just got them just last year, fantastic. Well, some of the lures that I did in video but I carry them with me are a couple of spoons. have like a copper dented spoon and a silver spoon. To be honest, I don't really use them, but I carry them just in case. I'm sure they're all like that. I've been bought loads of lures because I like the look of them, but then you just fall down on your favourites. But if I need something to go a bit deeper or to the bottom or with a flash, I've got them on me. I've got a jointed thunder stick. As you can see, needs a new paint job, but it still catches fish. Again, quite a wide action and just under the surface. It doesn't go very deep, but that's one of my dad's favourites and it's caught quite a few fish. That's a jointed thunder stick. I got a Gunky G Bump in Ghost Red. I've heard some good things about these. I think the weight on the front might be a bit too heavy because when I used it once in the river, it was coming in quite like that. Maybe I'd rather it be a bit like that, but you'll have to give this more of a go. I've only used it a couple of times, but I have heard good things about it, so I've got them. And then I've got a good, I think this is a mean lure. It's based on the Big S's. This goes quite deep. Big S's are a great lure, a good old lure. But you don't tend to see them around much these days. But this is a mean lure from Harris Sports Mail when they used to do them a while ago. And that's got a rattle inside. Again, don't really use it much, but if I need it, carry them. Then there's a boating lake down by where we live at Alexander Stadium and back of there. You can't really fish it now, it's all silted up. But we absolutely destroyed the place on orange jigs like these. This was before all the soft plastics came out. This was like 10 years ago. Got one like that, and a twin tail. Very little weight on them. I just like to cast them out and just let them flutter down and bring them back. And we've had pike up to £14 on them from that boating lake. Unfortunately, they're pike ain't in there now for one reason or another. But yeah, keep them with me. And then I've got a smaller twin tail as well. Oh. First little one. See if they'll come again. Get, oh no. Ah. Oh, still there. Here it comes. Oh, swiping at you. Come on. Yes. Might only be small, but it's all worthwhile. Oh, it's come out in the net. Perfect. Look at this. Little tiny. Perfect.